Everyone, good morning. Can you confirm I will or not? So, where we stopped in the last session? Where we stopped in the last session? We discussed about the CSS, right? How many ways we can apply CSS at the same time the priority order, right? So, let me open our running notes. Yeah, let's go with the column school so that we added, right? Running notes. Full stack UI. Yeah. So how many ways we can apply CSS? What is the drawback of inline and internal? How we apply external styling? What is the priority order in CSS? Tell something about the important. How to load one external .css file in .html. And what about the link relation equals to icon and relation equals to style sheet? Why we go for anchor tag? Okay. These things we covered so far. So the next level concept is like selectors, okay? Very, very important. Okay, in how many places we are going to use these selectors? One is like we apply the CSS. We are going to use the selectors. Another one is like in JavaScript also we are going to use these selectors. I will show you one example in JavaScript how we are using. Okay, in JavaScript also we are going to use selectors. The next one is what. For example, if you want to write some automation tests. Okay, for example, if you want to write some automation tests. Okay, that time, if you want to write some automation tests, okay, that time we are going to use these selectors. We are going to use these selectors. So, automation to write the automation tests. Then that time also we are going to use like these selectors automation or unit tests. Unit tests. Overall, I can write like a writing test cases. While writing the test cases in React or Angular, we are going to use these selectors. Either it is like a unit tests, either it is like a automation tests also. Automation tests also. This difference you can, okay, you can learn at the time of React. For now, just remember these points. Selectors we are going to use in CSS. How to use, I will show you. In JavaScript also how to use the selectors. How these selectors are helpful in JavaScript to perform some actions on the elements. The next one is like test cases also. Okay. Okay. Then. First of all, learn selectors and then use in CSS, JavaScript, and test cases. First of all, I want to go with the selectors with CSS, and then I will show you JavaScript. Okay. Okay. Then. First, my question is very simple. Okay, you can unmute and talk. I have only one HTML file is there. I have only one HTML file is there. In this particular HTML file, one div is there. I want to apply red color for this particular div. Don't go with the external. Only one file is there. You can go with the internal also. Using internal styling, can you apply the red color to this particular div? How we can apply the red color? Internal styling, how we can apply? By using style tag. By using style tag. Now here I already told the syntax. How the syntax looks like selector. Okay, the next one is what? Open curly brace and closing curly brace. The next one is what? Key value. Key value is nothing but these are the CSS properties or not. These are the CSS properties or not. Okay, here see, you can write like a style tag, open and close. Style tag, it's like an internal style. This is an important one. Inside this is our discussion, next level discussion. This part is our next level discussion. So selector and then your CSS properties, list of CSS properties, key value, key value, key value, like that, list of CSS properties. Okay, na? So here the selector is what? Can anyone tell me what is the selector? Selector is going to select your element. Which element? Pick an element. There has multiple elements or there, hundreds of elements or there. Pick an element to whom you want me to apply the CSS properties. Pick that element. Which element you want me to apply red color? Which element you want me to apply red color? This one, right? So can I use the selector is like what? The which CSS property you want me to apply? Color red, right? Color red. So you can write any number of CSS properties. Now tell me here, the selector is what? Selector is going to select an element. This element I want to select. How we can select? How we can select? Okay, if you have a name, you can pick one person with the name or not, so that me also pick that Sachin with the div, the name. So here div color red, how it is going to work, we'll tell. First, my browser can understand, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Whenever it is loaded in the browser, my HTML file, okay, first this HTML code is going to load and then it comes here. First it is looking for what, there has one text is there in the selector place. Before this text, did you find any symbols like, okay, identifiers like dot or hash? Okay, not there. So that in the selector place one text is there without any identifiers, without any symbols. That particular text it is treating like a element name. That particular text it is treating like a element name. My browser can understand like what? Element name. In the selector place there has some text, div, one text, right? Okay, there has one text is there without any, okay, prefix with any symbols. No, without any symbols. Whenever the text without any symbols in the selector place, my browser can understand that particular one as like a element name. So first here it is not prefixed with any symbol. It is like a normal text, so that my browser understand like what this is like a element name. First immediately it is going to check in the body any element whose name is like div, there or not there. First it is going to check it in the body, any element name. Okay, any element whose name is like div, there or not there. Any element whose name is like div, there or not there. Come on, there. So that he pick that element and he apply which color? Color red or not. So that this one is which selector, this one is like a tag name selector. This one is like what? Tag name selector. Understood? This is like what? A tag name selector. Got my point? Agreed, everyone? So whenever you run one.html, first inside the body, this div is going to load. Any number of elements can load. And then it comes to the style. First it is going to check this spot. Okay, there has one text is there. It is not prefixed with any symbols like dot or hash or, okay, colon. It's not prefixed with any symbols. If it is not prefixed with any symbol, this particular text, my browser treated like a element, treated like an element. Whenever this is treated like an element, now it is looking for what? Div in the body, div element. It is looking for the div element in the body. In the body, how many div elements are there? In the body, how many div elements are there? One element is there. One
One.
element. He take that element and apply which color? Color red or not. This is the way my browser is like, okay, apply the CSS property to which element? Div element. Okay, now. So this is which kind of selector? How you selected in this case? You selected an element div with the name or not. So that this is like which kind of selector? It is like a tag name selector or not. It is like a tag name selector. Understood everyone? Okay, now I'm going to write something like this. Now, now my requirement is what I want to apply red color for Sachin Dhoni Kohli. I want to apply red color for Sachin Dhoni Kohli. Tell me. I want to apply red color for Sachin Dhoni Kohli. How we can apply red color? I want to apply red color for Sachin Dhoni Kohli. Come on, how we can apply?
Using tabs.
How can I write like div comma para comma h1? Yes or no? Okay, first it is looking for what? Div. It is looking for div. This div is treated like element or something else. There has one text is there. It's not prefixed with any symbol. So my browser can understand this one is like what? Element name, right? Tag name or element name or not. So here also there has some text is there. It is also not prefixed with anything. Here also one text is there. It is also not prefixed with anything. If it is not prefixed with anything, that is nothing but my browser can understand like that is an element. So first it is looking for what? Div. Okay, yes, there. So apply which color? Color red. Para. Para. It is also what? Element only. It is also applied with red color. The next one is like H1. Okay. H1 also applied with what? Red color only or not. H1 also applied with red color only or not. Agreed everyone? H1 also applied with red color only or not. Appear okay. Okay, then. Now here the problem is what For example, there has 100 different elements are there. Different elements. Different elements are there. Then if you have 100 different elements, those elements I want to apply with red color. Here three elements only there. I just placed like three elements with comma separated. For example, there has 100 elements are there. Okay, you have to write like 100 elements with fourth element, fifth element like this. 100 elements you have to write with comma separated or not. Yes or no? You have to write like 100 elements with the comma separated or not. If you write like 100 elements with the comma separated, it is like very difficult to find which is like missing or extra you added. It is like very difficult to find out or not. At the same time, if you write 100 elements, half of the page is occupied with my element names only. So there has one, two elements are there. That's okay. There has multiple elements, hundreds of elements you want to apply with the same CSS properties. Then the time this tag name approach is recommended one or not recommended one will work. But is it recommended one or not recommended one? There has so many 100 elements over there. Those are not same elements. 100 different elements. I want to apply color red. So first element to second element to third to fourth to like this. How many elements you have to write with comma separated? 100 elements you have to write. Applied with which color? Applied with which color? Applied with the color red. I want to apply it with the color red or not. Applied with the color red. Yes or no? Applied with the color red. So if you write like this, yes, color red is going to apply it, but it is not the recommended way. It is not the recommended way. Then how you can proceed? If you want to apply the same CSS property or properties for multiple elements, then which selector is the best? If you want to apply the same CSS properties for multiple elements, then the time which CSS selector is the best? Okay, then you can go with the class name selector. Then the time you can go with the class name selector. Okay, don't go with the tag name. Then you can go with the class name. So how the class name selector is looks like? How the class name selector, how my browser can find this is like a class name selector, this is like a tag name, this is like a id selector, how my browser can find it? That is the question, right? So that here, whenever in the selector place there has a text without any symbol, okay, prefix without prefix without any symbol, then that time my browser can understand that is like an element. See, div text, before that there is no symbols, nothing, then that time my browser can understand this is like a element, but element or tag name, whatever it is. Now you want to go with tag name selector or class name selector. In this case there has 100 different elements over there. You want me to go with the tag name selector or class name selector? You want to go with the
Class names.
selector or class name? I want to go with the class. So how my browser can understand this is like a class means, if you write like this, there has a text not prefixed with any symbol, then my browser can understand this is like a, my browser can understand this is like a class name. Okay, class name or tag name without any symbol. It's like a class name or tag name? Tag name.
Tag.
But you want this is CR like a class name, not like a tag name. No tag is like CR, right? How you can tell to my browser, hey, this is like a class name means just your text prefix with dot. Whenever you place like a dot, my browser can understand, okay, this text is like a class name, this text is like a class. Okay, now immediately it go to the body, check which elements whose class name is like a CR. It is going to check and pick all the elements and apply what color red or not. So how you can mention or how you can place this class name in my element? Now tell me, I want to tell something about the element, then you can go with what? I want to tell this div has the class is like CR. If you want to tell something about the element, then you can go with what? Attributes, right? Why we go for attributes? The attributes are going to tell something about your elements or not. So that here also we have one attribute is there, class is an attribute whose name is like CR. Okay, here class is like an attribute whose name is like CR. Okay, now this attribute is going to tell like what? This para has the class whose name is like CR, like this it is going to tell or not? Yes or no? My class is like a CR. Now see, first in my body there has 100 elements loaded. After loading it comes to the style, and my browser can understand, okay, any selector starts with a dot, my browser can understand that is like a class name. Okay, whose class name is what? CR. Okay, now my browser immediately go to the body and check in the body, in the entire elements tab, you can say in the entire elements tab, which elements having the class name CR, which elements having the class name CR. It find all the elements. Okay, it find all the elements and applied with which color? Applied with the color red or not? It find all the elements and applied with the color red or not. Got my point? So when you can go with the tag name, when you can go with the class name means, okay, maximum 2-3 elements are there. If you want to apply red color for all the elements, then you can go with the tag name. There has hundreds of elements. If you want to apply the same CSS properties, recommended to go with what? Class name or not? There has hundreds of elements, there has multiple elements or there, there has multiple elements or there. If you want to apply it with the same CSS properties, if you want to apply it with the same CSS properties, better to go with what? Better to go with the class name selector. Understood everyone? Okay, and one more question. Okay, one more requirement is there. Okay, my Sachin, okay, my Sachin and Kohli only, I want to apply font size is like big. My Sachin and Kohli, I want to apply the font size is like 30 pixel. For my Dhoni I don't want. For my Sachin and Kohli only, I want to apply font size 30 pixel. So how we can apply? Okay, now you can write like div h1. Here you can write like a font size 30 pixel. If you write like this, what's the problem? If h1 again somewhere, if you have this font size applied, if you find div somewhere again, this font size again applied or not. Okay, so don't go with this one. You can create one more class. Okay, what is the class name? Font size, something like this. My browser can understand starts with dot means it's like a class name. So that this class I want to apply for Sachin and Kohli, not for Dhoni remaining elements also. Then how we can? Don't write one more class attribute like fs. In the class itself, you can, in the class attribute itself, you can add your font size class. You can add your font size class. It means my element has an attribute class. The value can be any number of classes you can write. One class name to another class name. One class to another class. We can apply it with, okay, we can differentiate with what? Differentiate with space. If you want to differentiate one class to another class, if you want to differentiate with one class to another class, then you can go with what? Then you can go with space. Just place a space, that's it. Any number of classes you can write it. Any number of classes you can write it. Now you can go to the Google. Now right click and inspect it. Now if you observe here, see my class, how many classes are there? If you observe this particular attribute, how many classes are there? Now see this class attribute. This is one class, and this is one class, and this is one class. Overall, there has three classes are applied. One class to another class. How we can differentiate? With the space we can differentiate or not. One class to another class, how we can differentiate? With the space we can differentiate. Understood, everyone? Okay, now see, if you click on this div, if you come to the right side, now see my class starts with what? Dot. Okay, dot your class name and applied with some CSS properties. Dot your class name applied with some CSS properties. Here also dot your class name applied with some CSS properties or not? Yes or no? So for a single element, for one element, how many CSS classes you can apply? Any number of CSS classes you can apply, no problem at all. Understood? So for good, when you can go with the tag name, when you can go with the class. If you want to apply the same CSS properties for multiple elements, recommended to go with the class. Okay, na? Up to here, okay? Any questions so far? Now, the next one is like, among 100 players, my Dhoni is like something special. Among 100 players, my Dhoni is like something special. I want to apply some special CSS properties only for Dhoni. Okay, it is not for any other player, only Dhoni. I want to apply some CSS, specific CSS properties I want to apply. Then the time, do you want me to go with the tag name? If I go with the tag name, what is my tag name for my pair? Okay, for my Dhoni pair. If somewhere else, if this tag used for another player also, then the time those CSS properties applied for Dhoni as well as UV also or not. Okay, but my question is like what? I want to apply the CSS properties only for Dhoni. I don't want any other player. So tag name is not work. There may be a chance of the same tag name used in another place or not. In the body, same tag can repeat multiple times or not. So that is not a recommended one. Possibility, there may be chance is there the same tag can repeat again. The next one is like class name. Why we go for class name? If you want the same CSS properties for multiple elements. Okay, here the same CSS properties for multiple elements are CSS properties only for Dhoni or not. So that this is also not a recommended one. You can write one class, you can apply for Dhoni, but specific CSS properties, if you want, it is not recommended one. When you can go with this class, if you want to apply multiple CSS same CSS properties for multiple elements. If you want to apply the same CSS properties for multiple elements, then you can go with this. The same CSS properties for multiple elements, then you can go with this. Understood everyone? The same CSS properties for multiple elements, then the time you can go with this one. Now, specific to one element, if you want to apply some CSS properties specific to one element, then the time you can go with the ID selector. ID selector. Okay, so ID is always unique for that particular element. It's a kind of roll number of your student. In the class, roll number is like unique, right? Same like this, ID is like unique. So, how we can tell? Okay, I have some CSS properties are there only applied for Dhoni. Okay, my font weight is like bold. The next one is like my color is like okay something else. My font style is like italic, and my font size is like 50 pixel. Done. These CSS properties I want to apply for Dhoni. So which selector you want me to go? ID selector. If I write something like this, if any text without any prefix without any symbol, then the time my browser can understand that is like a tag name. If my text with the prefix with the dot, my browser can understand like it's a class. But I don't want a tag. Don't want a class. I want to go with what? I don't want a tag name. I don't want to class. I want to go with what? ID, right? How we can tell to my browser, hey, this is like an ID means the text which is like prefix with the hash symbol. Now, can I write like a ID is like a Dhoni, for example. Okay, ID is like a Dhoni. Now, come here, how we can bind that name with which attribute? ID is the attribute, just you can write like this. Now see, whenever my browser come here, any name, any text prefix with dot, it can understand like a class name. Any text with prefix with the hash like this, it can understand like it's a ID. Now immediately my Dhoni, my browser understand like and it is an ID. So immediately go to my elements tab and looking for the element whose ID is like Dhoni. Now, which elements are like whose ID is like Dhoni? Only one element whose ID is like Dhoni. So he picked that element and he applied these many CSS properties or not. So specific CSS properties, if you want to apply to one element, then that time you can go with the ID selector or not. Understood everyone? Then the time you can go with the ID selector. So for good, tag name, class name, and ID. Okay, now onwards, you have to think and answer. Okay, these three frequent we are going to use. Now onwards, just you can think and answer. I have one HTML file is there. I have one HTML file is there. Okay, tell me. I want to apply three elements only there. Don't think more, only three elements only there. I want to apply red color for Sachin and Kohli. Which selector is the recommended one? Only three elements are there. That's it. If these three elements only, then come on. You want me to go with the which selector? Tag name, class, ID na?
Tag name.
You can go with the tag name. No problem at all. You can go with the tag name. 100% correct. Yes, you can go with the tag. Okay. Okay. Then. Now my question is what I want to apply red color for only Sachin. For only Sachin. Then only Sachin I want to apply. Sorry?
ID.
ID. Okay. ID. But there has one terms, okay, upon condition is there, what we know, you are not the person to change this. You are not the person to change this. Okay, it is like written by some other person. You don't have any rights to change. You have the rights to change here to apply the color red. That is the question. Okay, if you have a right, so as you said, you can write like a id is like a Sachin. Okay, that is okay, fine. But you don't have any rights then. You don't have any rights then. Come on.
First child.
Sorry. Yeah, no problem. There
First
has
child.
one selector is there. First child is the selector. What is that one? First child. Okay, let me write. Go to the column schools. Go to the editor. Okay, let's go to HTML. This is the one, right? Let's see. I have div. Sachin is there. Okay, the next one is like Paratoni is there. The next one on H1 Kohli is there. Done. Okay, for all these elements I want to apply red color then. Okay, three only. Div para H1. My color is like red. Yes or no? Now see, all are in the red color or not. This is which kind of selector? This is which kind of selector? It's like a tag name
Tag.
selector. If you want to apply same CSS properties for 100 elements, you want me to go with this approach or you want me to go with the class name? Which one is recommended one?
Class name.
Class name, right? So that can I write like a class, and how we can tell, how we can bind your class to your element by using which attribute? By using which attribute? Class is the attribute or not? Now also, now see, it is working as expected or not? It is working as expected or not? Yes. Now my Sachin is like something special. I want to apply some special CSS properties to my Sachin. Then that time you want me to go with what? You want me to go with what? Come on.
ID.
Okay, ID selector, you can go. So how we can tell to my browser this is like an ID? By using hash symbol, right? So can I go here? Can I write how we can bind that ID? My ID
ID
equals to
equals to
Sachin or not? My ID equals to Sachin. So my Sachin is applied with something like this or not? Okay. How many CSS classes you can write for a single element? One element. How many CSS classes you can write? How many CSS class for a single element? Any number of
any.
CSS classes you can write. How we can differentiate one CSS class to another CSS class? How we can differentiate one CSS class to another CSS class? By using space or
Yes.
not? By using space. Yes or no? Like this, any number of CSS classes you can write. Understood? Now there has, okay, one more FS1 is there. Okay, my font weight is like 700. 700. Now which one is like applied? FS1 is there. FS1 is there. FS1 is there. Come on, which one is like applied? Which one is like applied? If you want to check, do right click and inspect it. Do right click and inspect it. Now see this. My FS1 is there. Okay, which one is the latest one? FS or FS1? FS1 is the latest one, right? So that my FS font weight override with what? FS1 or not? Yes or no? So if you have the same CSS properties, okay, for multiple classes, you can write here also font weight, here also font weight. Which one is like affected means the latest one. So FS is the second one. This is the third one. Which one is the latest one? This is the latest one or not? This one overwrites the previous one or not? This one overwrites the previous one. Yes or no? Okay, okay. Understood everyone? Up to here, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Now my requirement is something different. What is that? I have to Sachin. The next one is like do Dhoni. Okay. The next one is like H1 Kohli is there. H1 Kohli is there. I want to apply red color for Sachin and Dhoni. So what you did? Sachin and Dhoni. What you did? Just you added like a div color red. Something like this you added. Yes or no? Now this is like applied with the color red and my font size. My font size also can apply 30 pixel color red. Can I apply like red color? Yes. Now say this. That has a syntax error. Can I remove this one?
Come after it.
One CSS property to another CSS property. How we can differentiate with the semicolon or not? Okay, na? Yeah, apply. But my requirement is something changed now. I want to apply red color for only Sachin, not Sachin Dhoni. Okay, here index.html, you are not the person to change it. You have the rights to change only styles.css. You have the rights to change only styles.css. So I'm going to write one selector. Okay, just you can explain. Okay, just you can explain. Your requirement satisfied or not first step? Your requirement satisfied or not? Come on, your requirement satisfied or not?
Yes.
Satisfied, right? Now, what is the selector you used?
First child.
First child. Okay, div first child. So how it is going to work? Now hierarchy wise, total HTML is my root tag, na? Yes, HTML is my root tag. Inside this one, what we have? Come on, inside this one, what you have? Head and body or not? Head and body. Inside the body, what we have? Can anyone guess?
Elements are different.
One div. Next, one more div. Next, one pair. Okay, here my Sachin. The next one is like what? Kohli. The next one is like what? Dhoni. Next one is like Dhoni. Done? Okay, then. Now, div first child. Okay, na? Listen carefully. Very simple. First, here two sections you can split. You can split like two sections. Okay, div is one section and this is one section. This one is like a normal text. Is it like prefix with any symbol like a dot, yash? Is this prefix with any symbol? No, right? If it is not prefix with any symbol, my browser can understand this one like what?
Name.
If it is not prefixed with anything, my
Tag.
browser can understand this one is like what? Tag. So first in the HTML, how many elements whose name is like div? Come on, find out. How many elements? One, two elements. Up to here, you can get like how many elements? Two elements. Yes or no? Up to here, you can get like how many elements? 2 elements. Okay, done. Among those two, means Sachin and Kohli, among those two, which one is the first children of any parent? Who is the children of my Sachin? Parent. Who is the parent of my who is the parent of my Sachin? Who is the parent
Body.
of body? Who is the parent of my Kohli?
Body.
Body, right? So that up to here I have two divs, Sachin and Kohli. Among Sachin and Kohli, which one is the first children of any parent? Okay, which one is the first children of any parent among these two elements? Which one is the first children? Sachina, Kohli na? Come on, which one is the first child? My body is
Sachin.
the parent. Who is the first child? Sachin is the first one. Kohli is second one. Third children is like Dhoni or not? Yes or no? Up to here, I can get like two elements. Okay. Among those two elements, which one is the first children of any parent? I said. Okay, I'm not mentioned like a body or something. Which one is the first children of any parent? Okay, come to the Sachin. Is my Sachin is the first children or not? Tell me. Is my Sachin is the first children of my body or not? Yes, no? Yes. So that applied what? Color red. Next, come to Kohli. Is my Kohli is the first children of any parent? Is my Kohli is the first children of any parent? Who is the parent of my Kohli? Tell me first. Who is the parent of my Kohli?
Body.
So, okay, now see, body and Kohli. Is my Kohli is the first children of my body? Come on. Is my Kohli first children of my body? No, right?
No.
No, right? So that, okay, up to here you can get like two elements. Among those two elements, which one is the first children of any parent? Only one element. So that is like a such. Okay, na? Up to here, okay, everyone. Now,
Sir, in div there is two, sir. Sir, if we put here 4, then
here more than
sir, in div we put 2 in brackets. It will read, sir, first 2 div or what, sir?
first two div. I didn't get. No. This is for understanding purpose. Sorry. Okay. See here, up to here, how many divs you can get it?
Okay. Got
Okay,
it, sir.
two divs now for our understanding purpose. Just say added. Okay. Okay, na?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to do some change. You only explain. Okay. If I run this one, okay, I'm going to run this one. Why? Sachin and Dhoni in the red color. I didn't change anything. Why?
Sir, closing tag is not present, sir.
Closing tag is okay, no problem. Okay, that is like in HTML they are going to place. Why? What change I made? What change I made? Here, H3, close my H3, and then inside that H3 I have the div. Okay, na? Again, come on, let's go. Total.
Maybe for Kohli div, H3 is the parent.
Yes,
First
how many
child.
divs are there? Total, how many divs are there? Come on, starting.
2 divs.
2 div.
Okay, 2 divs. Okay, I'm going to write one more div also here. Okay, total, how many divs are there?
3 divs.
3 divs. Okay, up to here, I have 3 divs. Okay, na? 3 divs. Okay, first div is what? Come on, first div is what?
Sachin.
Sachin. Is the first children of any parent or not? Check. Who is the parent of my Sachin?
Body.
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 So, body Sachin is the first children or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that he applied what? Red.
Red.
Okay. Next div is what?
Kohli.
Body.
Kohli. Kohli is the first children of any parent or not? Who is the parent of my Kohli? H3.
H3.
Okay. So my Kohli is the first children to H3 or not? Yes. No.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that my Kohli applied with what? Red color. So next div is what? Third div. Third div is what?
UV.
UV.
UV. Who is the parent of UV?
Body.
Body. Is my UV is the first children?
No.
My UV is the last children. My UV is not the first children. So that it is not applied red color. So red color applied for what? Sachin and Kohli or not. Understood? Got my point? So first child selector, how it is going to work means it is going to select an element. Okay, which one is like first children of any parent or not? Not like body, not like any specific element. Is it like first children of any parent or not? Yes, no? Agreed? Come on. Is it like
Yes, sir.
first children of any parent or not? So if you come here, okay, now my Sachin and Kohli in the red color or not? Okay, my Dhoni and my UV, it is not in the red color. Yes, no? All are okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do one slight change. Huh? Instead of first, last I added. Instead of first, last I am adding. Okay, here last. Tell me, which elements are in the red color?
Kohli and UV.
Kohli and
Kohli
UV.
and UV.
perfect. Kohli and UV or not. Okay, but my UV not. Why it is not? We'll see that one. We'll see that one. Okay, the hierarchy is like changed or not. You can check it. Now, if you come here, inspect it. Inspect it. Now, if you observe here, there has a script tag added or not in this editor. In this editor, there has a script tag added or not. Yes or no? Now tell me, is my UV is the last children? Script is the last children? Come on, general. Don't think more.
It.
Script, right? That is the reason here it is not applied. That's okay, fine. But in general, if you write this code, okay, directly it is going to be applied. Okay, UV also. So your answer is 100% correct. So how many divs are there overall? Overall, how many divs are there? Come
3
on.
divs.
Okay,
Three
3
divs.
divs are there. Okay, first div is like a Sachin. Who is the parent? Body.
Body.
So is like a lost children of my body.
No.
No. So leave it. Next one is what? Kohli. Kohli is the okay. Who is the parent of Kohli?
It's
H3.
3.
Is my Kohli is the lost children? Yes. This is only the first. This is
Yes.
only the last. Only one person. Nah? So that you applied with which color? Color red or not? Now come to my para. Okay. Leave it. Para is not in our scope, right? The last one is like what? UV. Who is the parent of my UV? Body. Here, my UV is the lost children of what? My UV is the lost children of what? My body. Yes or no?
Body.
Yes. Okay. Here in the editor, this script usually they has to place in the head tag. They place in the body. That's the reason. Okay, we can change it. But your answer is correct. Okay, na? All are okay? So the next one is what? The next two selectors are what? First child. The next one is what? Last child. First child and the last child. Okay, na? Done. Now, next requirement, what you know? Okay, na? Done. Now, my requirement is like, I want to apply red color to my Sachin. I want to apply red color to my Sachin. Now, you learned like 5 selectors so far. Any one of the selectors suitable for this particular requirement or not, you can tell. Okay, again, I'm telling you are not the person to change this. Okay, tell me. First selector, what you learn? Tag name. If I go with the tag name, div, my Sachin and UV, both are in the red color or not? Come into the red color. Yes, no? If I go with the tag name.
Yes, sir.
Class, there are not there? Not there. Leave it. ID, there are not there?
Not there.
Not there. Leave it. Is it the first children of any parent?
No.
Is my Sachin is the first children of any parent?
Yes, sir.
No, right? Who is the first children? Lara is the first children, right? Yes or no? So don't think like div. Don't think like live. Okay, usually first child is what? H1, right? Lara, right? First children. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is my Sachin is the first children?
No.
No, right? Okay, is my Sachin is the last children? Okay, is my Sachin is like what? Last children?
Last.
No, right? No, right? So that these 5 selectors is not satisfied my requirement. Then how? These 5 selectors not satisfied my requirement to make my Sachin in the red color. Then what do you want me to do? Hmm? You have to go with another selector or not? You have to go with another selector or not? See my Sachin. Okay, not. Okay, these selectors not applied with it. Okay, then how? Okay, I'm going to write the word first of type my color red. First of all, it's going to work or not. If it is work, then that we can discuss. Now say this. Lara, Sachin, Pollard, Dhoni. My requirement satisfied or not?
Okay.
My requirement satisfied or not? Yes. Now
Yes.
can anyone explain? First of type, how it is going to work?
Like first of div type.
Now, very simple. In any parent, okay, so most of the times by elements inside the body only or not, you can say like in any parent, first of type, the selector name is what? First of type. First of type is nothing but, okay, it is going to check or find an element from top to bottom. If I travel from top to bottom in any parent, here body is my parent, inside the body, okay, no element is like parent, okay, all are like normal children only. Okay, so only body is the parent, right? Okay, inside the body, if I travel top to bottom, okay, this div, which element is like a first occurrence, okay, if I travel top to bottom, I'm looking for which element? Come on, I'm looking for which element? Div, right? So
Div
first
element.
element, if I travel top to bottom, first element is what? H1. But you are looking for what?
Div.
Div. So leave it. The second element, if I okay, come next. If I travel, don't stop there. Travel. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for which element? Div. Okay, here also I found like which element? Div, right? So that it is applied for red color or not. It's a kind of in the parent, if I travel top to bottom, okay, the first occurrence or not? Yes or no? If I travel top to bottom, okay, in any parent, okay, you are looking for what? That is an important. You are looking for div or not? Okay,
Yes,
which
sir.
element is like a first occurrence? Okay, here H1, first element, it is not a div. Second one is like div. Okay, I'm looking for what? Div only or not? Yes or no? So that it is going to apply red color for this particular one or not. If I travel top to bottom, first of type means in the parent, I'm traveling like top to bottom. If I travel top to bottom, that is the first occurrence or not. Okay, now div H3 para. Once I found that one, it is not go to the next one. Okay, I want to just find it. Once I find, okay, apply red color. That's it. Understood, everyone? Okay, next one. I'll see. Now, if you come here, okay, para. Okay, now if you run this one, what is my output?
Sachin head will be red.
Sachin and head, right?
Head.
Okay, why? Come on, why? In any parent, see, important is what? In any parent, okay, if I travel, first of type means in any parent, if I travel top to bottom, looking for which div? Which one? Which element? Div, right? In this parent, if I travel top to bottom, okay, which div is the first occurrence? Sachina, Yuvina. Which div is the first occurrence? Sachin. So that my Sachin in the red color. Yes or no? Another parent, in any parent I said, another parent is what? H3. In this parent, if I travel top to bottom, which div is the first occurrence? Come on, which div is the first occurrence? Pointing
Head.
is not a div. Okay, head is the.
Head.
Now, if you want to write one more div, okay, one more div. Okay, now tell me the answer. Tell me the answer.
Sachin and Div. Head.
Sachin and head.
Head only, right? Sachin and
Sachin
head
and head.
only or Sachin and head only or not? Now, if you come here, my Sachin and my head in the red color or not? So, first of type means, okay, in any parent, if I travel top to bottom, okay, which one is the first occurrence? That one only applied with red color or not? Now, if I write like last of type, tell me.
Pant and
In any parent, if I travel bottom to
Same.
top, travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence? If I travel bottom to top, which one is the first occurrence? Come on,
Sachin.
UV, right? In the body, if I travel bottom to top, lost of type, na?
Pant.
Yes or no? If I travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence? Come on, here. UV.
UV.
In this parent, if I travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence?
Pant.
Pant.
Right. Okay, so that here, if I write like lost of type, UV and Pant should be in the red color or not? Understood? Come on. First of type, lost of type. Okay, in any parent, first of type means travel top to bottom. Okay, first occurrence element you have to find it. Lost of type means travel bottom to top, first occurrence you can find it. Yes, na? First of type and lost of type. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay then. Okay, remaining things will continue in tomorrow's session. I'll share you this video. Okay, who want to enroll? Okay, who is not enrolled the course? In the group, we created a group, right? Just you can post your name, number already there. Okay. Just you can place your email ID. Okay, name and email ID you can paste in the group so that they are going to enroll. Okay, na? Any questions so far?
Sir, from where we access daily videos, sir? Real
Yeah,
time
once
videos.
you enroll, then only you can get an access. Okay.
Yeah, I'm already enrolled, sir.
You've already enrolled. Huh? Okay, once you enroll, you can go to this website. Okay, VTS School website only you can go. Okay, you can log in. Okay, once you log in, you can find the user tab. In this, your enrolled courses, you can find it. For example, you enrolled for full stack UI with React. Just click on the payment history and videos. Okay, there, demo videos you can find like this. Got my point?
Okay, sir.
Okay, once demo is done, okay, once you did the payment, okay, you can see your daily remaining videos. Okay, now, okay, it's there. Okay, 10 videos like demo sessions only like that only. After that, remaining all videos you can find here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions, anyone?
So, sir, I have one question. Like, if we have ID and class both for an element, in ID and class, if we apply style for both of them, ID and class, color red and green, which one is going to apply? It will take the ID or class? I believe it will be ID.
Okay. You don't want like an important, right? Okay, just you can try. Okay. If it is only the question, okay, how we can debug? How we can debug? Oh,
Last one
Yes.
will be render.
okay, understood our question, right?
Yeah.
Here, I have one div is there. Okay, just you can debug. Okay, that means if you want to check your own, tell me what do you want me to write?
ID.
ID is
and
like a
class.
searching. Okay, my class is like a okay, like this. Next, come on.
And For class,
color
this
red.
red
Okay, na?
and
Color?
this
Ah.
green.
Yes, na? This is on the one or not?
Yeah.
This is on the one or
Yeah.
not? Okay, just
Yeah.
wait. Up here, okay?
Yeah.
Is the output right? Okay. Let me do some change also. Okay. This is also in your mind. Okay. Now, if I add like this, okay, na? Just I changed. Okay.
ID takes the
Did you
precedence.
find any change? Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Okay. Here also you can change it, for example. Okay. Here also you can do the change. Okay, na? No? Did you find any change?
No, sir.
Now, what is the point?
ID takes the precedence over class.
Okay. But I want like green then. I want like
Green
green then.
Important.
Yeah, you can make it like what? Important or not? You can make it like an important like this or not? Yes or no? Understood now?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Next question. Any other questions, anyone? Okay then. Tomorrow.
In this
we'll see.
course, sir, in this course, Next.js we also learn.
Yeah, Next.js also we are going to focus few concepts we are going to learn. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
If you know React, then you can easily work on Next. Okay then. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. We'll continue our things in the next session.
Thank you, sir.